What is going on, Fam? Hey, wanted to check in here today. It is the 30-day live video challenge, day 30. Day 30, day 9. Up and at 'em. It was a 5 a.m. rise for me this morning to the gym, morning, reading and writing. Still got a little bit of meditation to do, which I'm going to do this afternoon for my noon siesta break. And off to a strong start here for the day. Wanted to talk a little bit about easing ourselves into momentum, easing ourselves into action. I'm sure you can relate. You know, those times, those things, those experiences, those endeavors which maybe we have resistance toward. Maybe it's getting into action or momentum around our health, our physical fitness. Maybe it is doing more live videos. Maybe it's writing. You know, those are a couple of things that I've been really focusing on being more intentional about. Maybe it's, in your business, like getting involved in a new social media platform. That's another one for me. You know, maybe it's making some shifts in your diet, in your nutrition. You know, whatever it is, any area of our life that we know it's important to take action on, right? We've identified there's a value there, there's an importance there, and something we know that or we suspect is going to have a positive impact or a positive result, though we find ourselves in resistance to taking that action, right? So I think there's a couple things we can look at there. One, maybe that action is just out of alignment for us, right? It's just not a great fit. It's uninspired action, which as a couple of my coaches say, you know, taking uninspired action is like trying to have sex with your clothes on. Not fun, right? We don't want to get too far off track here. But oftentimes we just have these stories in our heads and we can kind of get stuck and we end up not taking the action, you know? We end up not taking the action because of our stories or just some kind of resistance we have around it. So what I find is like, what can we do? A great question is, what can we do just to begin to ease myself into action, right? Easing myself into action. How do we, because sometimes like the idea of something just might feel too big, right? And it's like so big in our head that we just end up not taking action on it. So like, how do you eat an elephant, right? If you spend any time in personal development world, you know the answer. You eat an elephant one bite at a time, by taking one bite at a time, right? That's the answer. So maybe it is getting into the gym. Like if we are, like whatever we're doing or not doing, we have a tendency to kind of maintain that trajectory. An object in motion has a tendency to stay in motion, like in that direction. So if we're working out regularly, it's like easy to stay in momentum in our working out. If we're not working out regularly, it's hard to get into that because whatever we're doing, we have a tendency to want to continue to do. So how do we like go from not working out, let's just use that as an example, to working out consistently? Well, what we can do, what I find is like, what if we could just ease ourselves into momentum around this? There's a big, beautiful moon out there today. What if we could just begin easing ourselves into momentum, into action around this? Right? So maybe it's just, hey, I'm going to commit to a 15-minute walk every day this week. Now, I don't care who you are. You have time for a 15-minute walk. If not, then this isn't the conversation for you. You have time for a 15-minute walk. I don't care. If you have time to be on your phone for 15 minutes today, or you have time to sit in front of the TV today for 15 minutes, or you have time to bullshit and have a conversation with somebody about nothing, you have time for a 15-minute walk today. 15-minute walk exerts very little energy, easy to do, easy to fit in, morning, afternoon, evening, maybe on your lunch break, whatever, right? So you can ease yourself. So that's an easy action you can begin to take. And if you just commit to taking a 15-minute walk, I would say every day this week, 7 days, every day this week, you'll begin to demonstrate to yourself that, oh, that was pretty easy. That was pretty easy. And you know what? After my 15-minute walk, I felt a little more energized. I kind of felt good about myself. Not only was my energy up, right? I got out and got some fresh air and some sunlight, right? But also, I made a commitment to myself, and I honored that commitment, and that feels really good. That helps my relationship with myself, right? So now we're incentivized. You say, you know what? What if I just committed to another week of 15-minute walks every day, right? So after a while, we kind of ease ourselves into momentum. Maybe the next week then it's 20-minute walk, maybe 30-minute walk, right? We're going now. Maybe we're losing a little bit of weight. Our days are going a little bit better. Our energy's up a little bit more. Our minds are a little bit more clear. We're feeling better about ourselves. We're starting to show ourselves that we have a higher level of commitment and integrity. And it didn't take big, huge, tremendous action. It was just an easy little bite-sized step. And there's this way of whenever we start taking action, we begin to like ease ourselves into momentum then, because we begin to see the positive effects, the positive benefits, and there's like this self-perpetuating quality to it, you know? Easy. And then maybe after a while, it's like, well, I'm going to go ahead and get that gym membership. I'm going to commit to being at the gym 15 minutes. That's it. What if we committed to being at the gym 15 minutes a day, every day, right? In and out. After a while, we would naturally begin to like be more consistent. We would begin to maybe increase that time at the gym. Maybe we would start to increase our intensity. Maybe we said, all right, I'm going to jog for 15 minutes every day on the treadmill, right? Just easing ourselves into action, easing ourselves into momentum, little bite-sized pieces at a time. I had a great coach one time. He said he had this big overweight client, obese client, and guy had a lot of resistance to exercise or to work out. So my coach brilliantly got him to say, all right, every day this week, can you put on your workout outfit and go stand in the front yard for 5 minutes or 10 minutes, whatever it was. So he got him to do that, all right? And then the next week, all right, can you commit to walking around the block every day this week, right? And so you just ease into that. And what happens is we acquire this tolerance, you know? So after a while, 15-minute walk, you know, we desire more, and that 15-minute walk's no big deal. Then the 15-minute run's no big deal. Then the 20, and then the 30, and then we're pushing some weight maybe in the gym or whatever. We acquire this tolerance. So what is at first maybe seems like a bear, something big and hard and challenging, is actually becomes easier and easier and more manageable to the mind, digestible. So easing ourselves into momentum. We can apply this to any area of our life. I've been having a lot of resistance to like new social media platforms and you know, so I've just been committed to little bite-sized pieces every day. Maybe you've been seeing my TikTok and Instagram reels more consistently. I have a lot of resistance to that, but just, you know, figuring out new platforms and fitting something else into my schedule, but just a little bit more, bite after bite, time after time, it becomes easier and easier to navigate. We figure out how to fit it into our schedule. We kind of learn the ropes a little bit, and after a while, it just becomes easy and doable, right? So, easing ourselves into action, into momentum. Where in your life could you begin implementing this idea? What's one area of your life that you know there'd be value if you began taking action on it, right? We know what those things are. And what's a little bite-sized step that you could begin taking action toward that today? Begin to maybe see some of those small little results, and also begin to cultivate a healthier relationship with yourself. And say, you know what, I took some time today to invest in me, to grow me, to invest in something that was important to me, right? What would that do with your relationship with yourself? Hey, thanks for checking in on this video today. We'd love to hear your thoughts on this down below. If you're a man of character by chance and you're interested in making a powerful shift in your relationship with porn and begin changing that habit in your own life, join us over in the Making Peace with Porn community. As always, I appreciate you being here. I look forward to connecting with you tomorrow's Thanksgiving 30-day live video challenge, day 9. We're still out here. We're still at it. Peace and love to wherever you are in the world. We'll see you soon. We are Noble Men. Bye-bye.